Welcome to Brain Rules for Teenagers. Actually, for the parents of teenagers, How Slamming the Door Saved the World by John Medina, which is me. Our subject concerns raising teenagers, obviously, but maybe not obviously, why their obnoxious behavior was so valuable to our history. But we begin not with a rescue, but with some of that door slamming obnoxiousness. This was supposedly authored by the parent of a teenager. Teenagers, tired of being hassled by your stupid parents? Act now. Move out. Get a job. Pay your own bills while you still know everything. Sound familiar to some of you parents out there? Raising teenagers is not for the faint of heart. I know. I've raised two of them myself. Happily, they somehow survived me and my wife's parenting, but it helped me to understand something we in the cognitive neurosciences have known for a long time, and I want to share that something with you now. There's a very specific reason why teenaged door slamming obnoxious behaviors exist. And that reason probably saved our species from extinction. How? Saved our species? Rescued us from evolutionary oblivion? Yeah, and it may have had to do with what only now looks like door slamming. Knowing that turbulence is baked into teen behavioral DNA might make parenting easier. Several observations buttress this extraordinary developmental claim. First observation: as a species, we barely survived. Researchers estimate we were down to less than 2,000 breeding individuals a million years ago, and though it's controversial, there are some who say that it is maybe as few as 1,300. Well, whatever the number is, that's nuts. That's severely endangered species territory, and it took us almost 100,000 years to rebuild. And why did we recover? In part, it may have been because we avoided what I like to call the European aristocracy inbreeding program. Here's a fine example. This is a painting of Charles II of Spain, the last Habsburg monarch, 1661 to 1700. He was the product of severe inbreeding, the child of a union between a niece and her uncle, who themselves were progenies from a long line of consanguineous relationships. And he was, Charles II, to put it mildly, physically, genetically, behaviorally disabled. His tongue was too big for his mouth, for God's sake. So he drooled. He probably had pituitary hormone deficiency and distal renal tubular acidosis, giving him excruciating kidney stones. He definitely suffered from severe mental health issues and may have even had Klinefelter syndrome. Most importantly, Charles II was sterile. He was a genetic dead end, mostly due to inbreeding. This is the second observation. Inbreeding is dangerous. It can kill off populations in just a few generations. So we as a species have a problem. How do you prevent inbreeding if you're down to less than 2,000 reproductively competent individuals, all of whom may be living in one general area? Well, the answer might surprise you, and the answer is what this series is all about. The answer has to do with door slamming.